Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's move to America, did it solve their ultimate problem in the end? Well, make sure you subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for more details in this Daily Nerd starting right now. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the news and pop culture stories of the day that's pretty much caught me eye, and oh my goodness, before I jump into all the juicy details with this video's main topic, there is a little bit of housekeeping. Firstly, YouTube human reviewer, I see you lurking. I'm not going to say any trigger words or anything that's going to offend your ear holes. And to everyone else awesome enough to have clicked on this video, hey up, how you all doing? If you've got some very strong feelings about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's move to America, and I bet you do, then make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And oh yeah, let's jump into this one, shall we? So courtesy of Newsweek, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's US move hasn't solved their paparazzi problem, or what they perceive to be their paparazzi problem, you guys. So let's go into further detail. So they've been photographed by paparazzi in California, and in his book Spare, otherwise known as Where, he says how the flash bulbs trigger his trauma, saying that the flashbulbs are, quote, traumatizing. They also mention this a lot in their mockumentary Harry and Meghan on Netflix, making much about the impact of the paparazzi on their lives. However, leaving Britain has not removed the paparazzi from their lives, and one or both have been photographed in America going about their private lives. Now, this is a thing, right? Yeah, they've been photographed going about their private lives, but it ain't every day. It's not every day. And all I'm going to say is this, okay? In my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, the last two times Megxie was papped, all right, to my knowledge. First one was only a couple of days ago, the day after Spotify fired them for essentially being lazy. And as the executive then the day later publicly said, they were effing grifters, and she looked very, very downcast and not happy at all in those pictures. And then the other time, more recently, she was papped was the day after the coronation, when she was hiking around her area that she lives in Montecito. Now, presumably she hikes a lot, right? But it had to be the day after the coronation that all of a sudden she's papped. Yeah, coincidence? I don't believe in coincidences. Let's put it that way, guys. But here we go. It's not every day that these guys are papped at all, right? So to me, they're making a mountain out of a molehill. Now, most recently, the couple were pictured leaving Michelin-star restaurant Sushi by Scratch Restaurants Montecito, a short distance from their home. And the rumor is this was done to essentially try and debunk the rumor that she was pregnant, because apparently you can't eat sushi if you're pregnant. Now, she wore a brown sleeve dress in the images that were published on TMZ, whilst Page 6 reported that Gwyneth Paltrow and Cameron Diaz were also at the dinner. I wonder if Gwyneth Paltrow knows that, allegedly, Meghan Markle is relaunching the TIG to try and rival her Goop. And all I'm going to say is this. If that's the case, I'm just asking for a friend here. You think Megxie's going to be releasing a candle saying this smells of my vajayjay? How is it going to rival the Goop? I'm just asking for a friend yet again. The images were published by two US tabloid media brands after being taken on the US soil, complicating the couple's narrative about the British media, the recurring villain, of course, in their story. Yes, the British are evil, guys. The British media's evil. The British royal family's evil. Us British people are evil. We're all evil, guys. News to me. It's not the first time the paparazzi have photographed the couple. After a visit to private members' clubs and Vicente bungalows in West Hollywood, ended up in Page 6, which, by the way, rumour is Prince Harry has a permanent room there to escape Megxie and the house whenever he needs time away from her. Rumour. That's all it is. Now, Video footage of the couple arriving showed Harry shout, "Hello, whoa, hello," as flashbulbs fired when he stepped out of the car back in February. In March, Meghan was filmed alongside a press secretary as she left Mexican restaurant Gracias Madre in West Hollywood on International Women's Day. The images were credited to paparazzi agencies Mega and Backgrid and published as an exclusive by the UK-owned Daily Mail with further reporting by People. And again, like I mentioned, the day after the coronation, she's seen hiking with friends in California. The images led Megyn Kelly to suggest in an interview on Australian TV that Meghan staged the pictures, saying, quote, "Oh, you, oh, hello, where did you come from? How on earth did you know I'd be here?" It was obvious, like everything with this woman. Totally agree with Megyn Kelly on that point. She says there's no way to know the circumstances that led to the images being taken, though it would be no surprise if the paparazzi chose to stake out Meghan against her wishes on the days around the King's coronation when pictures of her would sell for a premium. Yeah, but at the exact spot where she's going to go hiking, I mean, there's a lot of hiking routes around that area, and they just happen to go on the exact one that Megsy was going to be on the day after the coronation. Yeah, I agree with Megyn Kelly here. Like, too much of a coincidence, and I don't believe in coincidences. Needless to say, Kelly's remarks were reported in the New York Post, and it's striking that the picture spawned follow-up negative commentary from US Voice in light of Prince Harry's account of the harm the paparazzi do in his Netflix show Harry and Meghan. During one of the episodes, he says, quote, "There's a lot of people who say they've got such a problem with paparazzi. Back in my mum's day, it was physical harassment. Saying, you know, cameras in your face, following you, chasing you." Yeah, back in the day. But it's changed now. It's changed because of all of that. He has no idea. He's an idiot as far as I'm concerned. He says paparazzi still harass people. Yeah, but not to that extent. But the harassment really exists more online now. Oh, here we go. You know, trying to curb free speech, are we, Hazard? Once the photographs are out and the story's then put next to it, then comes the social media harassment. To see another woman in my life who I love go through this feeding frenzy, that's hard because it's basically the hunter versus the prey. No, it's more to do with if you say and do stupid shit, you're gonna get criticised for it, especially when you are a public figure. That's it. That's the situation. What the absolute frick? It's like they want the cake and eat it. Don't think so. Harry and Meghan's US lives are reported on extensively over here in the UK, but a tabloid market for images of the couple going about their private lives appear to exist in America too, as does follow-up negative commentary. It all makes the focus the couple have placed on the British media complicated in a context where they've said they have very little to acknowledge the US media can sometimes play a similar role. Exactly, because they're all about, oh, the British media are evil, the British public's evil, the British royal family's evil. Hang on a minute. US media is doing exactly the same thing. Keep up the same energy, right? Oh, but no, they won't do that because they're going for the American dream, guys. They don't want to bite the hand that feeds. Now, one exception to that came after Page Six published photos of Meghan picking up Prince Archie up from his first day at preschool in 2021. Harry told the Armchair Expert podcast that May, Page 6 of the New York Post, "They took photos of my son being picked up from school on his first day. It's this sort of rabid feeding frenzy, and going back to the kids' point, it's absolutely true. These kids don't get a choice, they don't get a say in it." And I actually agree with this one, all right? It's not often that I'll agree with Hazard and Megsy, but on this point, oh, hell yeah. Paparazzi should stay away from absolutely taking pictures of their children unless they've got permission from the parents to do so. The children do not have a say in that life, do not have a say in that intrusion. They're completely innocent. So as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I actually agree with Prince Harry on this one, totally. Now, their mockumentary on Netflix also showed the couple expressing concerns about a paparazzo apparently on a scooter following them in New York. Oh, yeah, again. Mini New York car chase #1, guys. They've got a history, apparently, of car chases in New York. Though the photographer is never actually visible in the clip, despite the fact they appear to be stuck in a traffic jam. So, yeah, where are the receipts of this paparazzo, like, chasing you in New York when you were filming Hazard and Megsy, the mockumentary? Like, what the What the deuce? During footage shot in November 2021, Megsy asks their driver, do we have that pap on the scooter again? The driver replies, yes, ma'am. And Meghan says, oh, we do really? Same guy. Later, she tells Harry, sat next to her in the back of the car, he's following us, this pap, worst case scenario, we're going from one garage to another. Now, he wrote in his book, Spare, quote, I didn't love waking to find a photo of myself on the front page of a tabloid, but what I really couldn't bear was the sound of the photo being taken in the first place. He says that click, that terrible noise from over my shoulder or behind my back or within my peripheral vision had always triggered me, had always made my heart race. But after Sandhurst, it sounded like a firearm cocking or a blade being notched open. And then even a little worse, a little more traumatizing, came that blinding flash. And this is the thing, right? Okay. When they did Megxit and they moved over eventually to America, they turned around in that statement. They said they wanted to live their lives as private citizens and that there was other ways to serve. And that was a very much a absolute diss towards the royal family, right? In terms of that there were other ways to serve. But the bit that we're focusing on here is they said that they wanted to be private citizens. Well, you can't have your cake and eat it. You can't be private citizens and then do a mockumentary on Netflix, do a podcast that you've just been fired from, do countless interviews, release a book and be like, no, we still want to be private citizens and respect our privacy. No, at that point, you are public figures. Now, again, I will agree with Prince Harry on this point. The paparazzi, okay, following him and taking pictures of him and his children without their permission, without the parents' permission, yeah, totally agree. Crossing the line, out of bounds, should not be doing that. Because as Prince Harry says, they haven't chosen this life, they're born into it, they shouldn't be forced to be exposed like this with the paparazzi. Totally agree on that. The children are completely innocent, yeah? The paparazzi should back off from the children. Yes, agree. But Hazza and Megxit, no. The fair game at this point. They're public figures. You take the rough with the smooth. Simple as. You cannot have your cake and eat it. You cannot control the media. And that's what they're trying to do, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. So, did their move to America solve their problem and ultimately allow them to be private citizens? Oh, hell no. But you know what? Enough with my gob. It's now time for your gobs. If you appreciated this video and you want more, believe me, woo, there's going to be more. Do make sure you click on that subscribe button. I'll be totally honest. Help us get to 100k so we can get that silver play button right there. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories and whatevers. Also, if you've got some very strong opinions about Harry and Meghan being in America, and I bet you do, then make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And until the next time, you guys, laters.